Hi everyone. In this video I'm going to walk you through how I made a video of an off-road event even though I had no plan. If you're a beginner or a hobbyist, this video is for you. Every year in Butte County, there's a Cops and Kids event named Wheeling with Cops. I knew the event was happening that morning, and at the last minute, I decided to head down and look at the off-road vehicles because that's really fun for us. Now, here's the key point in terms of establishing habits that keep you open for possibilities. At my front door, hanging on the coat rack, is my camera messenger bag, and I leave it there so it's easy for me to grab when I head out the door. I'll put the link to all my camera gear in this YouTube video description. Let me just give you a quick look into my messenger bag. I love this bag so much. It's the large one. In it, I have my amazing Canon PowerShot. I keep that in a case permanently. You'll see there that the Gorilla Pod is attached to that. And then I can pop that out. I have my little Shorty Manfrotto tripod. I then have my little Tello and the controller for the Tello and an old cell phone that I use for the viewing screen for that drone. On this particular day, I did not have my GoPro in my messenger bag. I usually keep the GoPro in a separate bag that I often grab if I'm going to go somewhere to, let's say, to town, to work, whatever. I carry the GoPro with me in my work vehicle. However, I think I'm going to start putting it in the messenger bag because it would have been great to have it on this day. And then there's also just a little cold shoe mount that I keep as a sort of cheater slider for my little compact camera. There were lots of Jeeps there. I got my camera out to take photos of some of the aftermarket accessories. Suddenly there was this woman, very friendly, asked me, are you going to be taking shots for the event? Are you going to be making a video? And something came over me and I said, yes, because I keep that Gorilla Pod attached to my camera. It was easy to find a place to set up. In this case, I used the gate fence post, but what was wacky about it is that there was a wasp nest inside that fence post. So I was dealing with that for the entire shoot during the exit of the vehicles. The other thing, it was really hot. So I created shade by holding something over my camera, but I've since added a white bandana to my messenger bag. Now look, if I had a plan for this, what I would do is have clamps and a tripod with one of my light reflectors to create sort of a umbrella, if you will, for both me and the camera. A gal who saw me filming told me that her daughter was turning 13 that day. Yes, it was her birthday, and told me that her daughter would love to go on the ride with me in my VW buggy. So I said yes to that too. As a result, on the ride, I thought, well, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to need some sort of video intro. So I actually did the intro once I got back. Hey everyone, thanks for stopping by. It's Cops and Kids Day. Come along. It's going to be an awesome ride. Capture as many still images as you can get before whatever the event is starts. It's much better to have way too many photos, I think, than not enough. Now, I had gotten down there right before the ride was going to start, so I didn't have a whole lot of time, and I just held my camera up. You know, I had that gripper on. I'm not very tall. At 5'3", I got some okay shots. Now, again, if I were planning, I would have taken my monopod so that if somebody else was flying a drone, which in this case they were, I could still get my camera pretty far up in the air to get some nice aerial shots. If no one else was flying a drone, I would have gotten my little tello up into the air and gotten some still shots that way. A production tip for you in post: I batched my different types of footage and exported them into complete clips to make the video editing at the end a lot easier. So for example, I put together all of the still images that I wanted to use, exported those as a clip, put together all of the GoPro images that I wanted to use, exported that as a clip, and all of the footage of the vehicles exiting. In this case, we were at a helipad, exiting there. So I had all of those sequences edited together in clips, and then I just pulled those all into my software for the final edit. I use Pinnacle. I have a love-hate relationship with Pinnacle. I might address that in a whole different video. If I were to plan a video shoot at an event like this, I'd have two cameras going on this exit sequence from two different angles. So that could either be my camera and one of my own second cameras at a frontal maybe angle, at a lower angle, or I would more likely team up with somebody else and have them shooting from a different point of view. Because I train professional process and process mapping, I can't help but pay attention to process. And as these vehicles were exiting, things were held up because there was a water stand right there. Alternatively, I was thinking it might be fun for the kids to have a photograph taken with their drivers at the time they're assigned to a vehicle. For example, they could stand in front of the Wheeling with Cops banner and get a picture taken with their driver. And then at that time, everybody could get their water, their sunglasses, and their bandanas. I could have edited down these exit clips a lot shorter, but I decided for my audience, that's these drivers, that they would probably love seeing their vehicles for just a little bit longer, or the kids seeing the vehicle they were in for just a little bit longer. For a different purpose, this would probably all be clipped a lot shorter. It's as I was filming this sequence that the mom asked me if I could take her birthday girl Ryan up to the Colby Mountain Lookout, which was the destination for this ride. I had agreed to do that. So as this was filming, I was picturing what shots I needed to complete the story once we got up to the lookout. Of course, if you're planning ahead, you want to storyboard out all the shots that you want to get at each location. Even if you're just working with yourself, that's important to do, but especially if you're working with other photographers, so each person can be assigned the different shots. For example, it would have been great to have a photographer already set up the road, preferably around a corner, maybe even on a hill where there's a corner, so that as the vehicles come up around this corner, they're getting low shots. For that shot, I'd have my camera low to the ground on a shorty tripod, preferably with something a little bit interesting in the foreground, maybe some grasses, some rocks, that kind of thing. Or think about the footage you might capture at the destination. For example, we were driving to a lookout. How great it would be to have somebody up in the lookout shooting footage from that high angle as all of these off-road vehicles arrive. Now you're seeing footage shot with a GoPro on the front of the vehicle with that morning sun coming up. I knew at this angle I was going to catch some sun glare, and I thought that might give me some interesting transition points between clips. The trade-off was missing some great footage because of sun glare. For example, I had a deer on the side of the road right in front of us, very sweet. I slowed down, there was no danger, but the image was completely glared out. To avoid that in the morning or late in the day, if you don't want that sun glare, you can just tilt your GoPro down toward the road and avoid that kind of situation, and then the camera adjusts to the lighting. Now this, I kind of liked it. It's sort of dreamy. It reminds me of when I was young on the school bus And I grew up in a place where there were lots of tall trees, so that sun was coming through and hitting me in the face just like in this video. And it seemed oddly dreamy to me. So I like that feeling, but I expect that some of you are gonna like that and some of you won't. Totally your choice. Choose the camera angle that would work best for you. And you know, if I had more planning, what I would have done is shot it twice, right? I would have done it once at this angle where I get the sun glare, once where I don't, and then I could choose what I like best. Or maybe if I was working with someone else, I'd have us agree on the two different angles we were both going to shoot so we don't have to do double work. A couple of other shooting and editing points. I thought it was important on the way up to the location to include that point where we leave the pavement and we go to dirt. And I chose the front bumper and back bumper shots very intentionally in terms of leaving and heading up and then leaving the location and then heading back to where we started. Now, if you do this kind of video, you might choose to shorten your road clips. I intentionally also included some landmarks that I knew would be incredibly familiar to both the people who were part of the event and the audience that I thought would be watching it from the local area. But again, you can edit all that down depending on your objective and your audience. If you volunteer your time, don't be shy about promoting your services. Or content creators like me, ask people to like and subscribe. Like your video, subscribe to your channel. Without those numbers, we really don't make progress. And you have to tell people, don't just think they'll do it, because a lot of people are takers. They'll just want to enjoy all your content, but clicking that like button, it's just too much of an effort for them. So ask them to do it. Be sure to include your call to action. So you might encourage people to visit your website, to contact you, to buy something, to share this video, to watch the next video. Or if you're being paid by this organization to make this video, you may, based on their directive, encourage people to support this event or this organization in the future. I'll show you the video close I used, and then I have a final statement for you. Hey everyone, I hope you enjoyed going along for the ride, and if you did, won't you please take that quick moment to hit that like button, smash that subscribe button so you don't miss the next video. It's so important that you like and subscribe to keep your favorite content creators in motion, creating really great videos for you. If you are at all interested in the camera gear I used in creating this video, I'll put links in the description for this video that will take you to my camera gear pages. This is Catherine Goggia. Thanks so much for watching. Until I connect with you in the next video, work smart and live happy. This is the first how-to video of this type that I've done for hobbyists and beginners. If you thought it was useful or interesting, please let me know in the comments as I decide whether or not to invest the time to continue making this type of instructional video. You already know that I hope you're going to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and click on the links to my camera gear pages. But wait, there's more. I'm going to go ahead and run the final video for you so you can see how it all came together without me doing the director's cut over the top of it. All right? Until I connect with you in the next video, have fun with your camera and make sure that you are prepared for your next opportunity. Hey everyone, thanks for stopping by. It's Cops and Kids Day. Come along. It's gonna be an awesome ride. Hey everyone, I hope you enjoyed going along for the ride, and if you did, won't you please take that quick moment to hit that like button, smash that subscribe button so you don't miss the next video. You know, it's so important that you like and subscribe to keep your favorite content creators in motion, creating really great videos for you. If you are at all interested in the camera gear I used in creating this video, I'll put links in the description for this video that will take you to my camera gear pages. This is Catherine Goggia. Thanks so much for watching. Until I connect with you in the next video, work smart and live happy.